Good afternoon. This is Unit 310, Provide Basic Care of Mammals, the skill assessment. I'm going to introduce you to my bay horse Radar, and I'm going to drench him and check his coat for parasites, and we'll see how he's going in the paddock. Okay, good afternoon. This is Radar, bay horse, 23 years of age. I've just caught him. He's quiet, and he's actually rubbed some skin off him, I've just noticed. This is just going to be a short video. My PPE today is boots, long sleeve shirt and jeans, and safety glasses. This horse, I'm just going to drench him to get rid of the parasites, and then I'm going to give him a quick brush, and that will give you an idea of how we can control the little festy mites. He's just been running in the paddock this afternoon. So, well, I've done him, I've caught him. He's very easy to handle, this horse. I just put my fingers in the side of his mouth. And he's going to be nice and get rid of the pain that's in his mouth. Open your mouth. Come on. I'm going to stick it up the back of his... Come on, son. Hang on, I'm going to clean his mouth out first because it's full of paint. Otherwise the drench should get wasted. Okay, good to go? Mm-hmm. I'm just going to put my fingers in his mouth. He's going to open his mouth like a gentleman. I'm going to drench him, and then I'm going to close his mouth and hold his mouth up a little bit so he doesn't waste any of the drench, and he gets the full benefit of the drench. I just want to give him a quick brush. I've just got a soft brush here, and I'm just going to do it by the neck, run down his shoulders, get all the dead hair and the dust out of his coat. Like I said, he's quiet, this horse. His mane's growing, but when he comes in for work, that'll be cut off. If you could walk closely to the... Yeah, I'm just going to check his skin and see how healthy he is. And he looks pretty good to me at the moment. And even just checking his skin, he doesn't look like he's got any mites. I've been watching him in the paddock. He hasn't been rubbing or anything. At the moment, I've just changed the drenches so he doesn't build up a resistance to the pests, different wounds. Just cleaning up the horse stable this afternoon. Ready? Okay. Good afternoon. This is continuation of Unit 310, Provide Basic Care of Mammals. And again, this is to demonstrate the feeding enrichment of my bay horse. He's tied up at the moment. At the moment, as you can see, he's in a very good paddock. So I only feed him hay once a day in the afternoon. And I've caught him. I'm just going to check him over while I've caught him as well, and then clean his stable out at the same time. I'll keep him in the stables at night time, and I'll let him out in the morning. dusty unless you want to. You want to cut it? Keep going. Most important to pick the manure up and where it's soiled. I don't put fresh sawdust in every day, but about every 3 days. And I'll clean it out where it's all hard, and you can see where he's been going to the toilet, urinating. Of course I'm going to dig that out. Just make it soft for him and clean. Most importantly, hygienically clean. But every 3 days when I do clean it out thoroughly, I'll get a shovel, I'll go right down to the bottom to have it cleaned. I'll hose it out, let it dry. Sometimes I throw lime on it to kill any germs. Yep, I just wanted to answer some of these questions. My horse is quite content at the moment. One of the questions, describe how you would prepare an environment in case of escaped animal. So regularly every day I will check the fences, his yards. Like tonight the gates will be closed, and same with the stable, it'll be closed off, so nothing will come to his harm. The next question would be, state what you would do if you do not have the appropriate equipment. I do have the appropriate equipment majority of the time. Whether it be a shovel or a rake. Okay, second question, state what you would do if you did not have the appropriate equipment. I will always have the right feed. If I didn't have the rake, I would use a shovel, and if I had to run down to the shops and improvise, I'd also do so to go and buy what I haven't got. Okay, so the next question is question 3. Describe 3 signs of stress in this horse. This afternoon he was walking around, he was favouring his back leg, and I've just noticed he's got a cut on it. If this horse had hot sweats, he'd be shivering, especially if he had heat exhaustion. And if a horse is too cold, you'll notice the difference as well. If it's a cold winter's night, if he hasn't got enough rugs on. Also, you can tell whether the horse is happy or not, whether his ears forward or back. Okay, question 3 was answered. Question 4, state what you should do if the mammals exhibit signs of stress during the assessment. Okay, well you slow down and you calm the horse down and you start again. Take time out and just reassess the horse and give him food, give him water. Don't rush it and just slow down. Next question 5. Describe 3 signs of good health in a mammal. Good health, you can see the size of him. He's a good doer in a good paddock. Normally his gait is quite even, his mane and his fur, he's a little bit dusty today, but he's normally very shiny. Nothing like it, another half an hour brushing won't hurt. Okay, next question, state what to do if you notice signs of disease, distress or health conditions. When I first picked this horse up, I noticed he was in a paddock, he was on adjustment over near Singleton, and he was covered in bites, and at the time I only had a heavy rug for him. I should have had a day rug for him, and it turned out it was march flies. And so he ended up having about, I'd say 20 or 30 bites all over him, and actually his legs blew up, as in being very swollen, so I had to go to the vets and give him a course of penicillin. Also, being an old horse with a lot of old injuries, he also, if he gets cuts on his legs and if you go through dirty water while you're riding him, I've noticed his legs also flare up if you don't hose him down when you get home. Again, you've got to treat him with antibiotics, penicillin and hose, and with some cream from the vets, like a burn cream, to try and heal his little cuts. Okay, so and just keeping the horse as comfortable as possible. It's the key of the game. Next question. Which treatment, I've actually just answered that, which treatment was chosen, as I've got the vet's advice, and they suggested the penicillin. He did have the right to go? Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. In that question was what treatment was chosen and why. I've got the vet's advice when he's had the lumps and the reaction to the March flies, and when he had an infected foot or a leg, which has happened a couple of times. I've given him a tetanus to help it all go down. Question 8. Describe any abnormalities you observed, if any, mammals during health assessment. Well, like I was saying, everything's pretty good, although he does have a cut on the side. If you wanted to walk over here, which I haven't treated yet, I'm just about to. How he's done that, I don't know, and no, just in here if you can see it, please. It's only a small cut, but that's fixable for sure. Okay, well, I think that just sums all those questions up. I'll just double check. Right. Yep. Oh no. Describe 3 signs you are looking for to assess the quality and suitability of food for this animal. If you can walk over here, this hay is very good quality. And I also use chaff and some nuts as well, but he doesn't get nuts every day. And then three signs. Okay, describing 3 signs you're looking for to assess the suitability of his food. He's got a good paddock full of good grass. It's dry, but it's also got good feed underneath. He's also, I've just recently bought some good fresh hay. It hasn't been long cut. It's very green. It's not mouldy. It's not wet, which you need dry feed for these horses, health-wise. And I think we need to go into the next question now. Describe an appropriate item that could be provided as supplement to aid in the health. I've also bought a molasses block for these horses recently, and especially the horse behind me. She's not, she has gone backwards a little bit. She's been on adjustment, so I brought her home, and so I can get some food supplements into her. The molasses helps her drink water, and then she'll eat more. She's a very good eater anyway, so it won't take her long to pick up as well. And they do get vitamin blocks as well, so that all helps in dry times. And I think, I'll just see if there's any more questions. I think that might be the last one. Okay, this way. And all right, thank you for your time and your patience this afternoon, because that's the last question. And I love my horses.